we have overlooked the fact that black women have been for the white nation. They have sucked us dry. That we have nursed the children, we have fed them, we have done everything, put all our energies, all our work into working for the white family. And now it's time for us to take all our strength, all the strength that Monahan says we have. You know, we're supposed to be the strongest women anyway. It's time for us to take all our strength, all our milk, all of that, and put it into working for the black nation.
I think that what's happening in America as far as black men, black women is concerned is that there's a revolution within a revolution. We are fighting our own woman. Our woman will not allow us to emerge as black men. No. But our black women, who has been put in this role of aiding white America, white structure, and castrating the black male, has continued doing this. She cannot live with us. It's not that we can't live with her.
What society have done just took our black men and destroyed their manhood. That's what they've done, aiding and abetting.
To keep the black male in his place. And you're still aiding him by saying, well, we are qualified, we want to work, we can help.
Okay, how are you going to reprogram men so that they don't let us take over what's supposed to be their responsibility? And men that I have had dealings with, they are perfectly willing to sit back and let us do anything we want to.
I don't think that you have to reprogram men. I think you have to reprogram women.
No, you have to reprogram the man so that he will forcefully take what belongs to him, because you know women, as long as we can get, we're going to get, and it's part of our being. We're going to do anything to you that you let us, whether we want to or not.
You don't want to live on the level of income that I can afford you and love me on the basis of that. You want to always be aspiring to have all those things that's a part of the great middle-class white American society, and because I can't deliver these things to you, you say that you are not a man.
I mean, I've been doing a lot of research on slavery and talk about wiping out and ripping off a people. They did it to the black man. They did it.
System malfunction. System malfunction.
What is happening, YouTube? Download Malfunction. We are back in here with another one for you. You know, I was thinking over the last couple of months that although the channel is designed to highlight and emphasize a lot of the madness and the dysfunction that takes place in our society today, I thought this might be a good time of the year to share a little bit of optimism, to spread a little bit of love. So I've come up with 5 things that I think are highly important that black people need to start doing right now. But before we get into it, I'm really needing your help. So if you could subscribe to the channel, like this video, and if you find some positivity or optimism in this video, please share it out to those that you know might gain some benefit from this. So let's take a moment of silence while I give you a little bit of time to do that. Since I believe this is critical, let's just jump right into the top 5 things that black people need to do right now. Number 5, trim the fat. There's actually 2 parts to this one. Number 1 is the obvious. This is not me just saying this. I mean, although I can see it walking around on a daily basis, but black people have the most problems in this area. The overweight and the obesity rates in the black community are astronomical. Nationally, almost 42% of adults have obesity, but black people own this number at almost 50%. And according to the World Obesity Federation, these numbers don't seem to be looking positive in the future. And we all know the ramifications of being overweight and obese. There's a massive amount of health risks and complications that come along with this lifestyle. Once you start doing the work and getting yourself healthy, there's a tremendous amount of benefits that come along with that. 1, it becomes a habit, so your lifestyle changes for the positive. But But two, your outlook on life becomes much more uplifting, more encouraging, and you start to transmit that to every and anybody that comes in contact with you. And then thirdly, you start to become a beacon of light. You extend your life while reducing the amount of complications and risks or health risks that come along with this type of lifestyle. Now, the second part of trimming the fat is completely getting rid of people in your life that don't add any positive value to you. This may even include your family members, who in most cases, let's be honest, are the first people to inhibit your progress and drag you down. If you have family members that are constantly finding themselves in trouble and then deciding to call you to bail them out or send them money, stop it.
Stop!
If you have people in your circle that are constantly finding themselves in a pickle due to their own stupidity or forever dealing with the criminal justice system, you want to immediately alienate these people. Because when they go to jail, they get 3 full meals a day, plus television, heating, cooling, and even sometimes a snack. While you're out here grinding on a back-breaking 9 to 5, trying to feed your own family, who's probably not even getting 3 full meals a day. But they want to call you so that you can foot the bill on those extremely expensive collect calls. And all the time, they're asking you to send them some type of care package with Nikes so that they can look good and go to commissary every week. If they really wanted to be a part of the family, then they wouldn't put themselves in that position. And instead, they'd stay out of there, find themselves a job so that they can be an additional point of support for the family. Because from my own personal perspective, I don't think that family is necessarily blood related. I think family is more so those around you that uplift you and support you, not those that continue to take and put you in positions of heartache and worry. Number 4, breathe. Life is hard enough. We all have tons of daily responsibilities and demanding jobs and families and a whole host of complications to work through hourly. It's important that you find a place to breathe, clear your mind, no matter how difficult it may be, given what's on your plate. You are a very important factor to yourself and those that rely on you to get them through the day. But if you don't step away to breathe for yourself, then you'll be good for no one that may need you. I don't know, maybe it's meditation or taking a walk. This is a must because in the end, you'll be less frustrated or irritated when you come in contact with those in your community. And women, if you like to wear wigs, you need to let your head breathe, because I'm starting to realize when I see a lot of these very angry, aggressive women, all this rah-rah energy, many of these people are wig hat wearers who are not allowing their heads to breathe. I'm just saying, maybe that's the reason. In all seriousness though, you need to find a place to exhale, relax, get away from all the hustle and bustle, collect your thoughts and clear your mind. So breathe. Number 3, financially mindful. Money is the oil that lubricates the way this world is designed. And it is an extremely important element that you must have in order to affect your life. So stop spending your money on frivolous things like Jordans, Nikes, expensive European bags, luxury cars, etc., etc. Your kids don't need brand new school clothes just to go to school to get an education. No one needs the latest cell phone every time a new release comes out. And spending money on all this material stuff doesn't make you wealthy. Black people are known not to be economically astute, but we walk around every day trying to look rich, but never do the necessary dedicated investing which actually makes you rich. It's all fake, and these bad habits eventually get passed down to the next generation. Being financially mindful is having the awareness that although you may not have loads of money, but you're taking the little that you do have and finding ways to invest it so that it can work in your best interest to make interest. Be frugal and stingy with your hard-earned money. I mean, I don't know about you, but I can have $500 in my pocket, and when someone comes to ask me for 2 nickels, somehow I just don't have it. I had to pay all my bills and my car note. You ever see these very wealthy people? Do they dress or look rich to you? No, that's because they have a clear understanding of what the value of the dollar is, and they recognize the importance of spending it where it counts, and oftentimes they utilize that money to formulate dividends for themselves and their family. I mean, look at Jeff Bezos. Elon Musk, Bill Gates. I mean, look at these guys and how they dress. I mean, you don't see these guys wearing designer anything. They dress as if they shop at thrift shops because they're financially mindful. All these new trends and fads that you think you need to be a part of, that's gonna be obsolete in 2 years, just think about all the money you spent during the highlight of that fad. It was useless. It got you nowhere. And you can't go ask for your money back. So be very picky and choosy where you spend your money and make sure that you're spending it in places that's gonna help return investment to you. Number 2, be uncomfortable. Start living uncomfortable, meaning stop doing what you've been doing, especially if it's not working. Get out of the neighborhood, see something different. Go enjoy things that are uplifting and motivating. If your current friend group or family members aren't bringing positivity to your environment, get ghosts from them. This is going to make you uncomfortable at first because it's what you've been doing all along. This is what you're used to. More than likely, you've become accustomed to listening and involving yourself in these poisonous conversations. Break away from the negative, draining people and step outside the box to make new friends. Friends that are positive and whose conversations are always centered around getting further in their life's endeavors. Being uncomfortable is going to do so many great things for you. In the beginning, it's going to spark fear and a massive amount of apprehension, as it always does. But the results in the end are more confidence and growth, and that'll be life-changing. So be uncomfortable. Number 1, gratitude. We all know that dealing with life itself is taxing, and oftentimes you may feel like there's no end to the madness. Have gratitude in the simple things. Be grateful that you have life and be thankful for the simple things. Most of us have imagined the perfect life for ourselves, filled with all the amenities and desires that you could ever want. Don't compare other people's accomplishments to your own, because everyone is striving from different positions and starting points. Instead, use people that you admire and respect's accomplishments as a benchmark for something to work towards, but not as an obstacle to judge your faults. Be grateful that you have what you have and that you are who you are. Be grateful that you have the breath of life and that you're not locked in a cage with 25 to life hanging over your head. Be grateful that you're not nightly trying to find a warm place to lay your head. Be grateful that you have what little food you have and that you're not living in a concentration camps under restricted movements with no freedom while being bombarded by missiles. Be grateful. Well, those are the top 5 things that I believe Black people need to do now. So thank you all for listening. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this out to all those in your community. Thank you.
System malfunction.